lounge chair. Hardest thing for you to do is to take from the two hands we gave it to you, put it into one hand, bring it around your back, keep it nice and low. Find those big fat black pads and the black straps. You're going to put your foot right through the puka or the hole made for that. Right foot through the right hole, left foot through the left puka.
I need one.
And then you got to kind of jimmy jammy them up your legs and stuff. What you're hanging on to will go right up over your shoulders like a backpack or a pair of overalls.
Thank you, sir.
Keep our eye on you. You got to keep our eye on you. Yeah. And gentlemen, make sure all the players stay the same ballpark if you know what I'm saying.
Got your hair, babe?
Got the little yellow belt. That's the first one. There's a little receiver on your left-hand side, and then there's an adjustable belt on the right-hand side. You're going to click that together. At least a full fist in between. It's much nicer if it's a little on the loose side rather than being too tight. It'll kind of dig into your kidneys when you sit down on the table and everything. Once you got that one on there, you can do the black ones right in the front side, and that's just going to kind of hold your shoulder strap. Right. Kind of come around and make sure everybody gets it.
They said to make sure there's a fist because it's going to dig in you.
We'll tighten you up once you're on the line. That's perfect.
You have a little extra tail on the yellow belt. There's a little side pouch pocket. It's got Velcro. You can kind of open that.
You don't have to tighten it much, though, because we'll tighten it. You're going to want it loose while you're walking.
Okay.
For your shoulder straps, if their shoulders are really loose, there's little green tabs and some little red tabs. The green tab, green for go, red for stop. So before you zip or if you want to take up slack on your shoulder straps, pull the green tab straight down. You can even go to the point where you bend over, pull those things super tight, right? Bring them real tight. Everybody give it a shot so you can get used to what your equipment's like, right? You're going to be wearing this for a little while. And then when you got it really tight, you stand up, you get a frenzy. Right? The red one's coming handy. Pull those red ones straight up towards your ears, and then that's going to loosen those up. So when you need a little bit, especially for standing around or walking around or whatever, keep them a little bit on the loose side, you know, just so they're not falling off your shoulders, but you don't want to have them so tight that it's going to be a little bit constricting. And then you'll see how it all goes down when you sit up onto the trolley. For the water bottles, right here on your hip, either side, left or right side, there's a little 1-inch strap. It's a good spot where you just kind of hang that water bottle on that 1-inch strap, and then it'll kind of fly out of it. Yeah, just like that.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, right there.
What about this? It's like so hard. You gotta get in there.
I'll show you how it's done. That all works out all right for you?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah, you like that little junk in the trunk? Kim Kardashian designed these things. That kind of all goes away when you sit down on the table and you sat down into and stuff. So come on, my 4-liners, come on down over this way. Looking good? We're going to cruise right around over here where the trolley's at, right there.
Sunglasses, boys.
I'm going to give you a quick demo on how everything's going to go down when we get to the top tower.
Is my camera blinking red, babe?
Yeah, you're recording it?
Yeah.
Right now? It's gonna take a long time. Turn it on.
No, it's got a lot of battery.
If you want one, if you'd like happy to stand right over here.
Let me see through your glasses. I want to see how it's aiming.
Right
Look up.
there. I'm going to work on this table, show you.
It's fine.
And then everybody's kind of stand right around over on this side. So, with these trolleys right here, when I hand them out to you, there's going to be a number on them. I'll show you kind of this one in particular, number 27. When I hand you a trolley with a number on it, just remember whatever your number is. Anytime you set it down or when we drive it up to the top of the next tower for you and everything, just remember that one so you pick up the same one. We're kind of just working on gravity. You know, people that are more gravitationally enhanced, some of us are challenged. So, you know, in comparison, I might be at a John Deere tractor, you got a Ferrari. You know, you make my tractor go just as fast as you can make your Ferrari go. But if we were to somehow mix them up, a couple of lines, if you're on a tractor, you're not making it all the way. And if I'm on a Ferrari, I might be going through the brakes or something, all right? So just want to make sure everybody's going to make it down the lines, into the brakes, onto the deck, without ending up on Molokai or in the middle of the line or anything like that. When we go up this tower right here, handlebars will come apart. Just pick your strong shoulder, throw it up on your shoulder. Just like that, okay? Kind of carry like a Louis Vuitton, maybe Coach or Michael Kors, whatever your brand may be. Right? When we go to the top tower, some of our launches are a little bit different. The landing decks are going to be the same. When we ride, we're going to go side by side. Lighter of the two riders on the left-hand cable, heavier of the two riders on the right-hand cable. For those of you that are pretty close in weight, it doesn't matter too much. Just this long line's got a big heavy-duty brake, so we always want to make sure there's somebody heavier on that side rather than light. When you get up there, you guys can just hand me your trolley. You have it on your shoulder. It's easier if you already take it off your shoulder. That way I'm not ripping your harness off or anything. I'm not grabbing hair. Maybe you have a sunburn. I don't want to be ripping stuff off. So any way that you hand it to me, don't worry if it's all twisted up or whatever. I'll straighten it all out. And then I'm going to hook you guys up onto the cable. For the 4 lines that we go, just let me be the only one to hook you guys up onto the cable, and then let Busta at the bottom be the only one to let you guys down off of the cable, right? Once I get it up onto there, I'm going to have you grab onto the black bar, hold onto it so it doesn't slide down past us. We're going to be on a little decline. These purple tethers are going to get locked into these carabiners, which, when they are closed and locked, won't open on their own, right? They have to be lifted, twisted, and then you can push it in order to open it up, right? So once I get you guys onto this thing, and it's locked, closed, whatever you do, don't lift it, don't twist it, and don't push it in. We'll give you a Darwin award for doing that one, all right? Once I get you locked into here, I'm going to have you take a seat into these things, right? We got that big junk in our trunk right here. So when you go to sit down, there'll be a little gate in front of you. I'm going to have you just kind of brace yourself up on the gate like that. This is where you can kind of slide this down. Makes a nice little seat like that. See how my shoulder straps will come really loose? So if I want to have a lot of back support, I can pull these things really tight, the green tabs. And then I'm in there, see I got all this back support, I'm like in a full-on chair, right? So, if I want also, like a lazy boy, if I leave these just a little bit on the loose side, I can also recline, okay? You got it. This is a really fast position. Call this penciling, all right? You want to rip through the air and go really fast, you can still see your run. Yeah, I'm going so fast. Right? More aerodynamic you are, the faster you're going to cut through the air. The more you're all flopping around like this out there, the slower you're going to go. And on some of the lines, you don't want to be flopping around and going really slow, because then you stop 50 feet away from the deck. And then you get a nice long ride, because now you're not rolling anymore. We'll come out and get you. Or if you're too far out, we'll just cut the cable. But if you do have them super tight, remember when you get down to the bottom and you go to get off, you're going to be kind of all hunched back. That's where you want to be able to grab the red ones, pull them straight up to give you that standing room back, all right? As you're going down the line, once Busty gives me the okay and the zip away, and I got you guys braced up there, I'm going to kind of have you stand up, 2 steps back, open up the gate. You can brace yourself again, get ready to go. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, zip away. At that point, just put your feet together, get through the gate as clean as possible. Gravity and Jesus will take over from there. All right? If you try to push off from the gate, you might start swinging back and forth a little bit. You might bang into the gate. So just put your feet together, get through nice and clean. If you have to hang on to things, you can grab onto the black handlebar all you want. Okay? Grab onto these purple tethers. Grab onto your harness down here. All right? Don't play around with carabiners. Don't play around with the lock rings. Don't try to see how fast the wheels are going. All right? So anything from here up, kapoo. This, or this, or nothing. Lay back, throw shakas to the world. Right? You can be the flying Hawaiian miner bird. Running man. Ride a bike. So offended. Okay? Whatever you want to do. As you're approaching the deck, Busta's going to be standing on the deck. Like that's going to be the first line we do right down over there. This is going to be the second line. He'll be standing right in the middle of the deck. He's going to flash a couple of Hawaiian gang signs at you. Okay? Check this out. The first one, Hawaiian starfish. Looks like he wants to give you a great big hug. That's how tough these gangs are out here. Big old hug. So if you see Busta standing on the deck and he has his arms out to the side, you guys are going to play a little game of monkey see, monkey do. So if the monkey on the deck has his arms out to the side like that, when you're in here, what he wants you to do is just kind of basically almost like put your head on the bar, where you're going to kind of sit up, chest out, arms out, your legs are just going to naturally hang. This is going to slow you down a little bit. You're going to catch a little bit of wind, right? A little bit of wind drag right there. He'll hold you like that. Next thing you'll see him do is a little double fist pump over his head. At that point, what he wants you to do is grab the bar, push it away from you, extend your legs and about shoulder width apart. So if you see these brakes that are down here, the line of springs. And as you come in, like on this longer line, there's actually going to be an auxiliary brake you'll hit first. It takes about 30% of the power off. Let you come into the springs, and then you just compress the springs down the line. The first line's just got the spring line down there. So as you come in and the trolley impacts the springs, the trolley's going to slow down faster than your body. Your body's going to want to swing a little bit. So as you swing up, like that, just keep your legs about shoulder width apart. So if you do go all the way up to the spring line, you'll actually just kind of split the springs. If you come in and your feet are together, or your knees are still bunched, stuff like that, there is an opportunity you might swing all the way up and kick the springs. So there's legs about shoulder width apart in front of you. You want to push the bar away from you, because if you come in like this, right, you might catch this little souvenir across the helmet. You actually get some bruises in here. So you don't want to come in all loosey-goosey. He'll give you this double fist pump, and he's going to give that to you on all 4 lines. He might not starfish you. Maybe your speed is just fine. You're coming in okay. He will hit you up with this one every time so that you get into this right here. Final resting place. I'm sorry, final braking position. Final braking position. Boom. Okay, and then when you get down to the bottom, he's going to stop you. You're just going to kind of be hanging there. Just chill out for a minute. He's going to ask you to do a little pull-up. Kind of just basically lift your body and your knee. Takes the weight off the tethers. That way you can unhook everything, take it off the line, and we go on to the next one. Any questions on that? Everybody's good? So basically, starfish, just looking for it. If he's, like I said, if he's not starfishing you, don't worry, oh, did I miss the starfish? You know, he will double fist pump every time so that you come into the brace in the proper position. So that's really going to be the most important one. And he'll hit you up with that every time. When the weather's like this, the wind is really light, and it's a little hot, we don't do a whole lot of starfishing. Yesterday, I don't think we starfished anybody. Last week, I didn't do anybody the whole week because of the weather conditions. So just watch them. Definitely going to get you guys to close up. You can kind of see on this long line, too, there's that little target that's up there, that real bright